Hello, 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 my darlings. Thank you for joining me on A Slice of Life, A Slice of Life. One family woke up today for a birthday celebration, but another family awakened to stand by a casket. So I'm talking to you today about a circle of life. One family woke up celebrating a birthday, another family woke up preparing for a funeral. Nolan Wells. Some parents welcome a newborn baby into the world today, and others stood beside a casket and asked why. So we could talk about what happens on the same day, July 20th, 2026. Today was one of those days that reminds us how mysterious life really is. Today we celebrate the life of Nolan Wells, a celebration of life, a celebration of his young life, a celebration for a young person that we all agreed that left too soon. And at the very same time as I was getting up this morning thinking about today, we celebrate the life of a dear friend of mine. It was his birthday. So I got up, as it maybe said, double-minded. I got up thinking about Nolan Wells' celebration of life. And then I got up thinking about my friend's birthday was today, July 20th. My good friend, B. Wayne McMillan. He was celebrating his birthday. I thought about all the other people who were blowing out candles and babies that came into the world today. And then today was July 20th was somebody's anniversary, wedding anniversary. Some people got their degrees today because summer school is out. Someone got a new job today. Someone retired or signed up for retirement today. I mean, all in a day, 24 hours. What a difference a day makes. It was a beautiful song like that by Nancy Wilson. And someone heard they were cancer-free. I remember the days that I was thinking I was cancer-free before the first, second, third time. But anyway, a lot went on in these 24 hours, July 20th. Someone else heard a diagnosis that they didn't want to hear. The calendar said one day, July 20, 2026, whatever that meant to you. But for millions of people, today meant something different for you, something different for your cousin and your neighbors next door, July 20th, 2026. It just made me think that life doesn't stop being joyful because someone else is grieving. People grieve today. Someone else was joyful today. Grief didn't stop because someone was celebrating today. While the funeral was going on, some people were eating a beautiful birthday meal, enjoying themselves. That's how it happens, and it happens at the same time. Then my mind went to the very first family recorded in history, because I did listen to the celebration of life for Nolan Wells. And the first family story they talked about was Cain and Abel, two brothers. And Genesis asks one of the oldest questions known to humanity. After Cain killed Abel, God asked him, "Ooh, dude, where is your brother?" And then the Cain answered, "Am I my brother's keeper?" Thousands of years later, we're still asking the same question. When violence strikes, when children die, when parents have no answers, when communities whisper instead of speaking, when secrecy replaces truth, are we our brother's keeper? Or do we simply look away? Do we simply look the other way? Because it didn't happen to me. I don't have nothing to do with that. It ain't got nothing to do with me. It didn't happen over here with me. Are we our brother's keepers? Today I watch those parents trying to understand what no parent should try to understand. Those questions that's going on still. They offered a $50,000 reward today. I hope that 50,000, I mean, you should not have to offer money to get to the truth. But we're talking about Mississippi. As the eulogist said, you have to sometimes get the history of a place to understand how to handle a place. And the eulogist used as his example of having the doctor said, before I can give you this medicine, I have to get your medical history. Ergo, the same thing with Mississippi. We know the history of Mississippi. Emmett Till, Medgar Evers, and so forth and so on. And based this on the history of Mississippi, you know that we have to dig deeper, and look at it a certain way and give a certain kind of medication based on the cultural and historical incidents that has happened in Mississippi. So there are tears and there's pain and there's questions. And perhaps the answers may never come. But the $50,000 is out there. Somebody needs $50,000 in a way that they can tell it and disappear. But we need it told. I don't know. That's one of life's hardest realities, is getting the truth. Not every question receives an answer. Not every wound receives an explanation. Sometimes all we have is faith and each other. And right now we need faith. Talking about needing Jesus. This is a prayer warriors time for prayer warriors to pray that truth out. Everybody's gotten quiet. One of the things he said, the eulogist said, that he was growing up, they had roaches where he lived. And he said he came in and told his sister, got his sister out of bed because he wanted her to see the roaches. And she came and turned on the light and there were no roaches. And then he said, she went back to bed, turned off the light. He said, I know I saw some roaches. So he went back in the kitchen and there the roaches were. He got her up again and said, see, I told you it was roaches. And she turned on the light. And he used that as a story to tell because he wanted us to understand. I understood right away. When you turn on the light, what happens to the roaches? They run. Roaches run. And that's why he, the eulogist, and others are there. Al Sharpton, who was the eulogist, and Attorney Crump. They had to turn on the light on Mississippi. And when they turned the light on, they're saying his parallel was that perhaps the roaches will run, but he knows that they're there. Somebody got to tell the story. And I'm hoping that the $50,000 will do it. And so we can't solve the mystery, but we can't pretend that it didn't happen. So we got to show up and sit quietly, listen and pray. See, I believe in it. Be still and know that I am God. I do believe in that. Because I had something else happen today, and I saw some information that let me know that God is working behind the scenes. He won't get you now, but he may get you later. But you will get got. I tell my Gigi all the time, karma knows your address. Karma takes notes. Karma keeps up with your movement. Karma is your shadow. Karma doesn't go anywhere. It may take a minute, but you're going to get got. That's what they say. And so we're praying. We're praying. We're praying. Today reminded me that every sunrise carries joy and sorrow. Some mornings I get up with both of them. The entire day I'll start off with sorrow and joy will come, or I start off with joy and some kind of sorrow will come. But it's life. Life keeps lifing. Somebody is saying hello every day. Somebody is saying goodbye. Somebody is celebrating. Somebody is mourning. And all of it happens on the same day, July 20th, 2026. So before you go to bed tonight, call someone you love. Tell them you appreciate them. Forgive someone if you can. I like to say if you can, because I struggle with it. I forgive, but I don't forget. And I think in the Christian life, you're supposed to forgive and forget. I'm working on it. Celebrate the people who are still here. Celebrate. That my friend always says, go where you're celebrated and celebrate the people who are still here. Because tomorrow, our role in life's story may be completely different. We don't know when we get up. You think when you go to bed, you get up, you're going to get up. When you're young, you go to bed, you're going to get up. You know, but after you get to a certain age, you go to bed, you don't have to get up now. That's 50, that's 40, that's 30, that's 25, that's 85, that's 76, that's all kind of numbers. Because it's not our numbers, it's God's timing. So perhaps the answer to Cain's ancient question is this: yes, we are our brother's keepers. We are our brother's keeper, and we are our sister's keeper too. We are our brother's keeper, and we are our sister's keeper too. Today was a double celebration, as every day. But there's always something that is consistent besides God and Jesus is my love for you. That is consistent. I do love you. And there is nothing you can do about it. Thank you for supporting me on A Slice of Life, for your thumbs up, for your comments. I appreciate them. And your subscribing. Thank you. I love you.